Hello everybody, what is up? This is Eddie and welcome to Ranking EFL Championship Record Sales. Not record signings, record sales. So every player that's left a championship club, we're going to review them and see how they're doing today. There are a few players on here which actually have left very recently, so it's very hard to judge. But I've tried to go over a lot of players which, you know, obviously I had to ditch up a couple so they were quite unfair to judge. On how I think they will do. Anyway, the first one kicked off with Nathan Collins. Obviously, he left Stoke City to go to Wolves. So we're ranking it off that transfer saga. And honestly, it worked out really well for him. He's got a big move to Brentford, who are in real life probably going to be pushing for Europe, and they're such an amazing team. And Nathan Collins, obviously their club record signing. Could be to be broken now with Gonzalez if that deal does happen, but I believe that bid has been rejected. But yeah, he's a really good player, Nathan Collins, and I'm going to put him in the okay section. So I feel like there could be quite a few players in the worked out section, but I'm going to say it's worked out well for him. Right, it's worked out really well for him, actually. He's done really well. He's done really good. Right, next one we're going to rank is Jude Bellingham. Obviously going from Birmingham to Borussia Dortmund for 30 million. Honestly, I don't think there's a player on this list that it could have worked out better for. You know, obviously Jude Bellingham's one of the best, you know, young English players of all time, really. You know, I don't know if I said of all time too early on, but he probably actually is, you know, at the end of the day, because playing for Real Madrid at such a young age, you know, talented footballer, plenty of ability. Yeah, honestly, it couldn't have worked out better. Bellingham, for myself, I could be being biased. Well, why would I be biased? It's just facts. There isn't, I don't think, a player that's come out the EFL that's done better than what Jude Bellingham has. Anyway, now Nathan Ake, I'm going to say it's worked out brilliant from us, well, obviously from Bournemouth, you know, to Manchester City, who were relegated, obviously Bournemouth to the Championship, and then obviously now signed for Manchester City in the Premier League, and he has had a fantastic career so far, Nathan Ake, Man City, mainly playing out on the left. Obviously Bournemouth made a good amount of money on him. Yeah, he's a really good player, man. He is a really good player. He is a really good player, Nathan Ake, and I hope he absolutely smashes it and continues to smash it at City, because even being a great player, he's got a great mental attitude and mentality is there. Champions League winner, you know, Premier League winner, you know, Cup winners. Yeah. Anyway, the next player we're going to rank, who is this? Oh, James Maddison. Little bit unfair to rank him at the moment. I think I'm going to do the same Ward-Prowse. It's too early to rank these two. Obviously, there's been a lot more recent signings, you know, players which have done well, you know, for their clubs and then moved on, obviously, because James Maddison, Leicester, done really well for them under Spurs. Had a brilliant debut, Spurs 2 assists. James Ward-Prowse as well, you know, had a great debut on his first game against Chelsea. So I think at the moment, I do think these transfers will both work out, but I'm going to be fair. I'm going to put it in the unfair, because it's unfair to rank them. Ollie McBurney. For the money they've spent, it really hasn't worked out, has it? For the amount of money they've spent, it really hasn't worked out. It really hasn't worked out. I wouldn't say he's been bad, because he has done well for Sheffield United, but I think for the money that they spent, what did they spend, like 20-odd million on him? You know, and obviously he's been, a lot of, you know, cases with Ollie McBurney, you know, in real life, you know, off the ball incidents, you know, outside of football. But when he does play, he can score goals and can be a threat. So I'm not going to put him in the bad. I'm just going to put him in didn't work out, because I don't think it has worked out. Even though he still plays for him, so there's a chance for it to work out. Next one is Alex Scott. No players unfair, but I do think he'll do well for Bournemouth. Wijnaldum. Okay, so he left Newcastle to go to Liverpool. And honestly, for Liverpool, he was absolutely fantastic. He was absolutely incredible for Liverpool. You know, what a midfielder. What an absolutely phenomenal midfielder Gini Wijnaldum is. I feel like Liverpool fans are crying out for someone similar to him now. And they obviously trying to sign players like Endo and McAllister and Szoboszlai. But yeah, it's worked out really well for Gini Wijnaldum when he moved from Newcastle to Liverpool. Very talented, and I hope he continues to do well at Roma. Right, next player. Unfortunately, the image isn't doing us any. The image is not great here, but the image is João Pedro, which I'm going to put in the unfair category as well as Harvey Barnes. I feel, honestly, it's so weird having the unfair because these are all new, recent, obviously, you know, record championship sales, so it's really hard to do that. Ollie Watkins, it's worked out. Well, initially, it didn't go great for Ollie Watkins. You know, I know Villa fans were a little bit against him. You know, I think there was a fallout. I believe there was a rumoured fallout of Emery, but Watkins has done really well with Villa, honestly, overall. Since joining from Brentford to Villa. So obviously he went from Exeter to Brentford, then Brentford to Villa. I think he joined Villa around about, was it 25 million or something like that? Big money, but he's done really well. He's scored tons of goals, Ollie Watkins, and I think it's a really good signing. I really do think that. I think it's a great sign for Villa. I don't think it's better than Nathan Ake right now, the Bellingham signing, but I do think it's a really good signing, and I think it really has worked out, you know, for Villa. And also for the club as well, you know, a club like Exeter, because obviously they got a sell-on clause, and also Brentford, you know, because that is a lot of money for Brentford, and Brentford, when they usually reinvest their money into a player, it usually works out. Okay, next one with Tino, unfair, and same with Romain Lavia. I think all these signings will work out. I'm not even taking the mic. I think all these signings work out. I think they will all work out easily. Right, Moussa Sissoko. Oh, it didn't work out. Moussa Sissoko. He was all right for Spurs. Wasn't bad. Wasn't awful. But to be fair, you know, I don't know. He's a solid midfielder. I just think, you know, being classed as a record sale, you know, for Newcastle, it didn't really work out for him at Spurs, did he? Obviously, he spent some at Watford. I believe he's now playing for Nantes in France. But yeah, he didn't really work out for him, did it? Let's be honest. Alright, next one we're going to go is Ben Godfrey. Yeah, it's been... The problem is Ben Godfrey. He is an absolute class defender. I think a potential, you know, England player in the future. You know, young, quick, but injuries have really ruined him. So I'm going to put him in the OK section. Unfortunately, my images are very bad, but I'm going to put him in the OK section because I do think he'd been OK. So yeah, I'm going to stick him in the OK. Next one is Jordan Pickford. I'm going to put in the worked out because if it wasn't for Jordan Pickford at Everton, I know he's made mistakes over the past. If it wasn't for Jordan Pickford at Everton, they'd have been relegated last season without a shadow of a doubt. They wouldn't have made it anywhere near as far as they did. You know, to get, honestly, if Jordan Pickford wasn't in there, I don't believe they would have made it into the final last 5 games of the season. You know, I know he probably did make mistakes, Jordan Pickford, but you know, he's a phenomenal goalkeeper. Must be England's #1 as well. You know what? I'd actually put him ahead of Watkins purely for that fact. You know, to Sunderland, obviously selling him to Everton and now becoming England's #1. It's definitely really worked out them for getting a load of money as well as Sunderland. But I don't think they really used it, did they, to reinvest? But yeah, it worked out for him easily. Next one is Adam Webster. Worked out easily. One of the best defenders. I'm going to say he's one of the best defenders in the Premier League. Adam Webster is a phenomenal defender, very underrated. One of the main reasons why Brighton are where they are, you know, obviously the likes of Veltman, Dunk, Webster, you know, really solid defence, and a player which borrowing from Bristol received 20 million, which I'm not going to lie, I remember that transfer at the time and I was like, overpaying, I don't think he'll do well, you know, and he's ended up doing incredible. Aaron Ramsdale, God, a lot of worked out sales here, isn't there? A lot of worked out sales. Aaron Ramsdale, phenomenal, honestly, phenomenal goalkeeper. Obviously, you could know it makes you say he's a little bit dramatic, but who doesn't at times? Right, but yeah, he's a phenomenal player, Aaron Ramsdale, you know. Fantastic for Arsenal last season, made so many brilliant saves, kept Arsenal in the title race. Yeah, great goalkeeper. Next one is Ryan Sessegnon. Oh, I feel so bad for this guy, man. Because every time he's actually played for Spurs, he's played well. But he just obviously hasn't started anywhere near enough. I really hope he gets a move to another club. You know, potentially back to Fulham, because he's got the ability there. But it's not. He's between okay and didn't work out, because actually I'm going to defend him. I'm going to put him in the okay. Jarrod Bowen, definitely worked out for Jarrod Bowen. You know, phenomenal wing, obviously joined from Hull. You know, scored loads of goals, assists. You know, yeah. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on this tier list. Let me know if you guys think I've been generous or harsh to anybody. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. But yeah, everybody have a great rest of your day. And I'll hopefully see you all in the next video on the channel. Take care, people. Have a great day, everybody. See you soon.